The Chicago Bulls finally got accepted for the disabled player exception. Io still has not been re-signed to the team, and Julian Phillips just signed to a 4-year deal. All that and more right after this.
Extra. This shit is hard.
Alright, welcome to the Chicago Bullpen. I am your host, Nick Tolliver, aka Quale. And now that the Chicago Bulls have officially waived Marko Simonovic and still haven't done anything with Io, Bulls fans' antennas are raised as to why. And some speculate it's to let the market set Io's value, while others believe it's due to him possibly being a part of a sign-and trade in the foreseeable future. Now, while it's rare that ownership does anything to land us into the luxury tax, all signs could be pointing in that direction. We know that ACK filed for the disabled player exception not long after saying that he has the green light to jump into the luxury tax for the right team. Well, today the disabled player exception was accepted, and now what that does is give the Bulls $10.2 million to use and go grab another player, either signing or trading him for that value or less than. Now, keep in mind, it's not an extra roster spot because Lonzo still uses a spot on this team, but it still helps the Chicago Bulls team, who needs to do whatever possible to compete and add to this roster. Now we have 3 roster spots left and a restricted Io Donsumu. The reality is, if we're going to keep running it back with this core, we need the right guys around them, point blank period. And the last time we really had that was when Lonzo was healthy and a bit of the Pat Bev effect last year. Now there's plenty of parity in the NBA, and not only that, the Chicago Bulls are an improved team from where they were last year, at least on paper. So depending on the addition, if we start the season rolling better than I or any of the fans are thinking we will, and add another solid player by the deadline, the ceiling of this team very much could change. And while I'm not saying it's the most likely to happen, or even that it would be the best case scenario to happen, I will say it feels a lot like we're closer to something like that happening than we have been in previous years. Now, next topic. The Chicago Bulls signed rookie Julian Phillips to a 4-year, $8.1 million deal with $5.7 million in guaranteed money, ranking second amongst second-round picks. Now, I'm not particularly upset with this. It's clear AK sees something in him. He didn't necessarily prove anyone wrong with the good shooting performance, considering that today he went 0 for 4 for 3, but I think it is a flash of what's to come. And with practice and development and our new shooting coach, I'm excited to see if he's able to be used in the rotation early because of his defense and an improving three-point shot. I think he can earn some valuable minutes. Now, I just got to take a second to talk about Javon Liberty Freeman. Man, he's an absolute dog. I really hope he gets a shot with us. I think he's proving himself. I think today everyone kind of just had an off night. Nobody made more than 5 field goals or had more than 4 assists, and that says a lot considering the past 3 games of what our guys have been able to do. But with that being said, I still think he deserves a shot on this team. He could be a decent scoring punch off the bench, not our 6th man by any stretch, but with the minutes he's given, he seems he could be the type of guy to make the most out of what he's given and earn more and more minutes. But that's all we have to get into today. Let me know what you guys are thinking down below. I want to know how you guys are feeling about any of the news surrounding the Bulls, and I want to know what you guys want to see the Bulls do with the disabled player exception being accepted. Do you guys want to see us sign a player like a Bobo, or do you guys want to see us wait until the deadline and make the right trade that makes us the right team? With that being said, that's my time for today. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Go Bulls, see red, deuces.